Hi, good morning. Happy Friday, Memorial Day weekend. Can you believe summer? Summer is here. I'm filming in a different spot today. As you can see, I'm actually filming in my bathroom. I just needed to do something a little different today, so I thought, well, I'm going to come in because wanted to check some different variations of lighting because I'm still struggling with that, as you guys can tell. I think this lighting actually is the best so far. Let me know if you agree with that. Grab a drink, grab your makeup, and let's get ready this morning on this Memorial Day Friday. Okay, I haven't done anything except my brows this morning, and so I'm going to put on now my primer. This is, I've done my Lifestyle, of course. That's my moisturizing product that I put on first thing before I do anything every day without fail. It is my Lifesaver. Not only is it called Lifestyle, but it is the lifesaver for my complexion and my skin. It is without a doubt the most productive product that I have, and it's right here. Lifestyle. Twice a morning, twice a day. In the morning, after you wash your face, and before you go to bed at night. Without doubt, it is the best. Okay, so I've done that. Now let's put some under eye corrector on. I am going to be kind of leaning over a little bit to my left here because that is where all of my brushes and things are. So I don't have a big enough space to put them all in front of me. So I will have to sort of lean over that direction as I'm doing this morning. So, and I gotta find there we go. Gotta find my under eye concealer brush, and that's this one. I'm using my professional makeup under eye corrector today. I do put it on my nose too because I do have some discoloration and rosacea on my nose. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before, but I do put that on my nose just to get a little bit more help. Of course, I put it up on my lids. And I put it here where I have that one scar that just won't ever go away, I don't think. Even with all of the dark spot remover that I put on it, it's not going to go anywhere, I don't believe. I think it's there to stay. And a little bit up there where I have some more scarring. Okay, under eye corrector on. And it is the Professional Makeup. I'll show it to you so you can see here. It's in a, obviously a nude type color. Love that product a lot. It's a good product. I'm going to put a little bit of tinted moisturizer on today. It is going to be a really hot day here in Houston. And so I want to make sure that I'm protecting my skin with, also have to go out. So I want to make sure that I'm really giving my skin the best protection I can with sunblock. And this has SPF 45 in it. This is the Fenty tinted moisturizer that I love in the lightest ivory color. It's this one. Love that product. Let me get my big brush here and make sure that I have got all of that blended in really well. Thank you so much, everybody. I got so many birthday messages yesterday. I finally had to give up counting. I got so many, and I kept saying to my husband, this is amazing to have such a amazing outpouring of just happy messages from people that I don't know, that I've never met, that took time out of their day to reach out to me and say happy birthday. Just, it blew me away. I was stunned. Absolutely stunned. So thank you so much for that. It means the world to me that I hear from you, in these videos, because I appreciate how much time we all don't have. I know myself, I wish I had another 4 or 5 hours a day, because I just don't have enough time to get everything that I need done for myself personally, and then for my business, says plural. So I know how important time is, and you're probably saying, well, it's only a minute or two, maybe 5 minutes to sit down and send a message, but that's kind of not the point. It's just that the thought process to sit down and send somebody a message that you don't know personally and wish them well and wish them a happy birthday. It just was truly an amazing gift, and I appreciate it so very much. Okay, that all looks pretty good today. Should we get down on our neck? All right, now we're gonna do tinted moisturizer and try not to get it everywhere, Carrie. I do have, by the way, when I do this, I try to have a wet towel of something just to wipe off your clothes, because it does have a tendency to go everywhere, this loose powder. This is Laura Mercier's setting powder. Start under the eyes. So while we're doing this morning, I have a question for you guys. Do you have pieces of jewelry in your collection that you've stopped wearing because they maybe are not the same material color that you used to wear? Like in my 20s and 30s, I definitely wore gold, yellow gold, and I, all growing up, I sort of wore yellow gold. And then I don't know what it was, but about 20 years ago or so, I kind of went off yellow gold and started to like white gold and silver. And so now when my husband buys me something, or my kids, or whoever, or I buy it, I always buy white gold or silver. I don't know why that changed, why my taste changed, but it did. And so I've had this beautiful wedding band that my husband gave me years and years ago, and it has my birthstone. It's this one right here, and it has my birthstone, which is emeralds, and I haven't been wearing it because it was yellow gold. And so I have this wonderful jeweler who I was there taking something in to get it fixed, and I asked her, I said, could you tell me what do you think it would cost me to have this ring remade in white gold? And she said to me, well, Carrie, why do you want to remake it? Why don't you just dip it? And I'm like, dip it? What do you mean dip it? I was just sort of lost at what she was trying to tell me. And she goes, well, we can dip that, and it'll give you the appearance of white gold. It's actually a very, very common thing in a lot of jewelry where they plate it, and it's the material that they use is called rhodium, and it looks just like white gold. And so she said, I think you should just take it and have it dipped, because then it'll look like it's white gold and you'll be able to wear it, and you know, all that, and you won't be wasting, you know, hundreds of dollars to have it redone. And I'm like, oh. So the point is I'm asking if you guys have pieces that you're not wearing because you don't particularly like the color that they're in now, think about getting them dipped, because it makes so much sense to me now that I know that you can do it, especially if the you know, if they're important pieces and you want to wear them again. Think about getting them dipped. That's what I did, and I just love how it turned out. It's one of my favorite wedding bands that my husband has ever given me, and I've missed wearing it, and now I get to wear it because it is now looks like the material that I want it to look like in white gold. And that's a part of it. That's the process. That they call it actually rhodium, and it'll last me 2 or 3 years if I wear it every day. And I won't wear it every day because I have other rings that I wear, wedding rings from my wonderful husband that spoils me. Okay, I'm using today this LA Glam. I'm just doing a kind of a simple gray look today because I'm wearing my Dookie shirt, my beautiful boy that I lost in September. He's been heavy on my mind the last couple of days, so I wanted to wear this shirt today. Can you believe we are in summer? I'm using now just a light gray, and I'm putting it in my transition area right here just to give some definition. Right up in here. I'll come back with a fluffier brush now and just sort of make sure that that's all really soft and blended. No harsh lines anywhere. It looks really nice. And then you need to grab a much smaller brush. To do some outlining, and I'm going to use the darker gray to outline. Just following the natural line of my eyelash on the top and the bottom, and we're just following that natural shape to outline the eye socket. So we can define the shape of the eye. Beautiful. It's just a really light gray color. And I'm going to drop back into that white, make sure that this area is really light in here. And there we go. Get that on. That looks really nice. Just sort of a simple look today. My offices are closed today for the holiday. I took a long 4-day weekend. I just really need to catch up on counting and all those good things. So took the 4-day weekend to do that, be prepared for the summer and start the sort of second half of the year here. Okay, we're gonna put on some blush. This is Milani's Baked Blush, and the color is Dolce. Before we put on our powder, let's grab our lipstick, which this is LA Colors Cocoa Shimmer. Get this at the dollar store. $3 lipstick that, I'm sorry, you just can't beat it. I love the darker tones of this lipstick. Oh, I just made a mess. I'll have to fix it in a minute. And let's get a little bit of gloss. Where did I put my gloss? There's my gloss. Add some much needed moisture to your lips. All right, now we're gonna jump in and we're gonna pick up our finishing powder, and this is Revlon's Color Stay finishing powder, my favorite powder to finish with. It just gives you this beautiful hourglass porcelain flawless finish. And it lasts all day. I do this before I put on my mascara because I don't want it all in my mascara. And let's grab that wet towel one more time and just make sure that we don't have any spotting. All right, that's done. How are we looking there? Oh, nice. Just really simple look today. I do want to grab my brush here and let's just brush these brows up a little bit. Very good. Now, let's curl these lashes and see where we can get with them today. This is a Milani curler. So you guys have been asking me for some more content. So yesterday I did a first clothing video yesterday. And today we'll probably do another one since it's a holiday. All right, I am gonna try to do this with my glasses. I had some success with this yesterday and it sure does make this process for me a little easier now that I can sort of get my arm up high enough and I can see with my glasses. When I just be real careful and I go behind them, I can actually see what I'm doing instead of just blindly trying to put on this mascara. So this is a first coating with my L'Oreal Panorama in black. It is my favorite go-to mascara for sure. I'm really surprised it did not win first in class. I really am. In the Allure announcement. I really thought it was going to, because I just have had such great success with it. I don't know who actually won. Does anybody know who actually won? I would love to know that, because I would definitely want to try that mascara, because I just don't know how it would beat this one. But obviously one did, and I'm very surprised by it. I do have some lashes that I see are finally starting to show here. Gotta be real gentle with them and let them come back in. Not try to yank on them or pull on them or anything like that. I gotta be really careful here. But I do see some little lashes starting right here. Yay, finally starting to come back in. I do need to grab my brush here and blend that. I know why that's happening now, actually. I finally figured out why this is smudging, because it is the small little lashes that are starting to come back in. And so what is happening is the brush is grabbing this small part of the lash and it's trying to coat it, but it's not quite long enough yet. And so as I'm trying to coat it, it gets caught and it locks it down to my skin. But that's a good sign, because that means that I've got lashes coming back finally. So maybe in 2 or 3 more weeks, I'll have those all grown back in. And it does look like that one side is much darker than the other, so I'm gonna have to try to blend that a little bit more. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit here on the end of my brush and blend that out a little bit. I'm actually gonna let all of that dry for a second. We'll go down to the bottom and let that top line dry a little bit before we give it another pass. We'll come up here and give these another quick coat. And we'll come over here and do the outside. I'm going to let that whole inside area dry, and then I'll come back in a few minutes and give it another try. But in the meantime, we can get this outer area with a little bit more on it. Yep. All right, let's see. How did we do today? Casual day. I do have to run an errand, so I do want to look a little bit put together as I leave today. So this is just sort of a casual. I gotta run out. I want to look presentable. So let's do a little bit of makeup so we look presentable. And I got that on way too heavy there. Picked up way too much blush there. So just tap it in with my and there we go. Voila. That is it today. I really hope everybody has a spectacular weekend If you're staying at home, just relax. If you're traveling, please be careful. It is the most dangerous travel weekend of the year, even more so than the 4th of July, which really surprises me, but it is. So please be careful if you're traveling. Never take anything for granted, of course. Always know where you're going. Let your loved ones know if you're not traveling together where you are. Just got to be careful in our world today, don't we? It's unfortunate, but it's true. Thanks for joining me on this Friday, Memorial Day weekend. This is Carrie from Texas. Again, thank you everyone for your amazing birthday messages yesterday. I hope this has been a good example of sort of minimal makeup just for one of those days where you do have to run out, but you don't want to do a full glam. And I love this color. This is a great color. If you want a good lipstick, LA Colors Cocoa Shimmer, you can get it at the dollar store. It's $4. I love this color because you can wear it at any time. Winter, summer, it doesn't matter. It's just one of those beautiful neutral colors that goes with anything. And it's only $4. Hey, we got to find savings where we can, right? Put your best foot forward this morning if you're working. Get out there and hit that grand slam on this Friday. Finish your week off spectacularly as we have a short week next week. And thank you for being part of my community. It just means the world to me. It really does. And we're expanding. So I'm going to do another video today. It is going to be, I think, either a clothing or a hair video. I'm not sure. But have a splendid day, everybody. Thanks for getting ready with me this morning. Please, if you would, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Share if you know somebody that is enthusiastic about makeup and who just wants a place to feel welcome and encourage them to be their best every day. Put their best foot forward every day to take advantage of those 10-second, very fleeting first impressions that you only get once. We want to be ready. We want to knock their socks off every time we make a first impression. So, God bless. Thanks for joining me. Happy Friday. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Have a great day, everybody, and have a safe, restful, spectacular Memorial Day weekend. God bless.